I smell rabbit.
Truly is fascinating.
When I was adventuring in the ashen
Shame I only get to listen in from the other side of the window and don't get to join in the debate. I'd love to give my 2 cents.
Say what? What's up? What's up? Paimon wants in.
Recently, all the customers at the tavern have been debating the exact same topic. Who is the strongest fighter in Mondstadt?
The strongest fight? Must be someone who can floor a whole gang of hilly Then Paimon nominates you. But anyway, is there like a general agreement in the city on who it...
Expecting people to come to a swift and straightforward consensus in the City of Freedom. Everyone's got their own opinion, backed up by a unique set of cherry-picked information. But let's be honest, that's what makes the discussion so impassioned, and mainstream opinion is polarized, with most people supporting one of 2 candidates. One is the Dandelion Knight, the other is the Dark Knight Hero.
Ooh, Paimon votes for you. But let's go into the tavern and talk to the patrons.
Oh, I do envy your... But don't mind me, of course. What'll it be today? The strongest fighter.
Huh. Paimon thought bartenders had some kind... Exactly! That's...
I have no involvement. But if you made me pick someone, I've heard some stories about him. Apparently, he wants...
There it is! Speaking of the Abyss Order, their minions are...
What would you like?
Hey, I'm doing some... You want to know who I think in my opinion, that would be... Guildmaster Cyrus is up there with the toughest, too. But only Stanley can take on...
Bloodthirsty, do you think you'd be scared if you were faced with one of those? Yeah!
Hi! That would be Jean, huh? Why? Grandmaster, and she could wipe out the 3 hilly trill tribes at Dada Upa Gore. Otherwise, we wouldn't have such a...
It's true that Jean makes people feel that. Meanwhile, this guy is drunk as...
Hey, amigo. Do you want to hear my latest composition? I put my... Huh? She's a little girlie who wears red. That's right. I found this out one day about half a month ago. Well, guess what happened?
What happened?
I witnessed the most powerful I'm telling you, it completely changed the whole landscape in that part.
Holy...
I was hiding behind a bush and I saw this little girlie in red clothing running into the distance. But I don't...
Now that you mention it, the idea of a tiny...
You want to know what I think? I think she has a maybe even the most powerful treasure.
Did you say treasure? Did Paimon imagine that, or did you hear it too?
It's just a guess. I mean... No, thank you, amigo. I am so happy to meet a true amigo.
So, this...
Hey, I'm telling the truth.
Does it... But thanks for your Patton was right about one thing. If everyone's got their own... How are we ever gonna find out who Mondstadt's strongest fighter is? Eureka! Let's go see... Bet the Knights have got an official ranking table for this kind of thing. Come on! Let's...
It's all for my daughter.
Oh, Master Jean! Sorry to bother you. We're collecting intel on the Do you have, one of those official
Strongest fighter in Mondstadt? Huh. I am sorry, but...
Oh, well then Paimon was hoping he would at least make the top.
Well, although I do not have the data to make such an... Which reminds me, recently one of the Abyss Order's mages has been active near the city. If you are staying around Mondstadt, given your, well, high-ranking fighting strength...
Awesome! After he beats the Abyss Order, he'll climb up that ranking table faster than he climbs up... Well, either way,
I like your enthusiasm, but be careful out there.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm not hurt. So
Hey, look! There's some writing on here. Explosion inside city wall.
yikes! Mr. Kaya wrote these down for me. They're
Survival rules.
yeah. Otherwise, something terrible would happen. Yep. Ah, I forgot to. My name is KLEE.
And Paimon's name is... Well, Paimon.
I've heard all about you guys.
Wow! More recognition, yay! Paimon is so...
I heard it from Amber. But wait, no. There's no time for... I'm dealing with a big emergency. The treasure I buried in the...
Did you say buried treasure? Exactly what Paimon was thinking. Lost treasure is a big deal. Let us help you find it.
Yay! Thanks, you got. Here's where the map says the treasure should be. I also put a wooden sign in the ground at the place where...
Paimon is starting to understand how this treasure went.
Come on, Mr. Honorary Knight. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la.
Your treasure's gone, but you seem oddly happy.
Oh, well, Leisure and Albedo seem really busy recently. So KLEE must not disturb them. But now KLEE has new friends. I never thought I'd have a new big brother to help me. I'm so happy. here. This is the place. Look, this is where my huge treasure...
And where there's now a huge empty hole in the ground. It's an abyss mage! Hey, maybe he's the one Jean was warning us about. What's that in his hand?
My treasure!
What?
I see the little girl is bright.
Hey, you! If you think you're so tough...
What's an abyss mage? I play in the forest all the time, but I've never seen one before. He looks so cute, soft, and fluffy.
Game's up! Now...
Oh, you fools think I would give this...
Careful, KLEE. Don't be drawn in by it. Abyss mages are the bad guys.
Oh, that's right. Grandmaster Jean says that stealing is wrong.
Freeze!
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate. No, my sword! Let's light it up! Let's light it up!
On the rocks!
But if we could just get him to give it back...
Where'd he go? The Abyss Mage. He just disappeared. What's going on? A gateway to a domain! The Abyss Mage must have snuck inside! KLEE, do you need a rest? Why don't you wait here while we get your...
No! I'm coming with you. It's my treasure that Mr. Fluffball stole, and it's up to me to get it back. Come on, Mr. Honorary Knight. Yeah.
defines your fate. Adventure time! Off we go!
You followed, but this is...
Oh, yeah? What are you...
Oh, the human proclivity. We learned that your little red friend had the treasure is now your precious treasure.
No, wait, don't...
Now, what have we here?
No! I broke the survival rules. Explode, this is it.
Wait, so KLEE's treasure is a bomb? No wonder KLEE was rumored to be this strong. Paimon, for one, is never... Hold on. Why has she gone and run off? Seems like... Well then, let's head to the... KLEE? You're...
I turned...
Huh?
KLEE, I need you to answer me. You said someone was injured. Where? Why is that?
But Mr. Fluffball was only a thief.
Hey, come on now. Paimon already told you that the Abyss Mages are the bad guys. And actually, they're the worst kind of bad guys you can imagine. They don't...
Mr. Fluffball was a bad guy on purpose? What?
This was an oversight on my part. I did not tell you these things before because you were... In fact, the Abyss Order is a hostile force in Mondstadt, which has been unusually active lately.
Aha! They were tracking down poor KLEE because they heard... Just like the way Paimon's first reaction was to try and get her hands on... no.
So...
In light of your contribution on this matter, I will allow you to take part in the next Ludi Harpastum.
Ludi Harpastum? Whoa! Mr. Honorary Knight, you've got...
Whoop-de-doo! It's a...
Except...
Except what?
KLEE, where did you hide the treasure? Were you trying to blow up the fish in Starfell Lake again?
I wasn't!
She's giving us that look that means play along.
KLEE?
I'll see myself to solitary confinement.
Paimon bets KLEE must get bored in there.
Hello. May the Animo Archon protect you.
Guess who?
That's Paimon's voice I hear. Ooh, yes, please! Wait, no, anyway, while I'm grounded, I'm making an extra special new treasure.
When you say...
I made it into the shape of a harpastum and everything. It'll look so... Just wait for...
Yeesh, if Jean was listening, KLEE might find herself grounded for an...
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? Is there anything I can help?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here.
Great! We came to the right person!
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and freshwater supply soon ran out. But to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, that's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that...
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous...
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process.
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the... One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all... What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, and even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the document, but if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the CRUX fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences. They may just know how to break through the storm.
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, then the hardest part will be out of the way. The Alcor is the flagship of the CRUX fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyunstone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beidou.
we go!
All clear as far as the eye can see. All clear as far as the eye can see.
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? The one who fought against the Fatui and Osile, right? Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that time has come.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing, it's
Paimon. What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of...
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay, then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a...
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack...
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily. Especially seeing as our great
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. The CRUX Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are 2 important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts, so you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little... You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. And with Liu as savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few...
But we didn't...
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is... Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But as for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that
Yep, and the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, so if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma, no sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice.
You just want him to take part in your tournament!
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have...
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest. Kazuha...
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is
Adventure time!
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be renowned fighters.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
I'm a rock. Can't handle your drink.
No, my sword!
Hello. Are you here to compete?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Nobody wants.
Yeah, we heard a rule about that.
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit.
Uh-huh.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. They didn't know what hit them. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us. I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that I did manage.
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all...
I'll see you in the arena, but I don't plan on losing to a pair.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux? If so, seems I've...
So you're also here for...
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece. No. It's not about what I want to do. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life, so I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really, to... Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. I seem to have gained another fan. Don't let my aura over... Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
Are you here for the Crux class?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also a chance for us to obtain the master.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top students.
This master of yours must be pretty incredible, huh?
Famous? He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. Liang and I are... You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan is nowhere near as famous. He's got to be a Grand Master or something. He's created many different styles of Kung Fu, and to the Lingshan clan, He teaches a special
Force dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you and neutralize attacks without move. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting to...
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon, we'll probably run out of money to pay the tuition.
There's a tuition?
Of course! This is a Grand Master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training...
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of it. Recently, though, we heard that a Vision Bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress in their training.
So, if we can get our hands on a Vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're stuck in the
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, the Lingshan clan will go down in history. Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of Liyue.
See you in the arena.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu class.
Chink's a village arm wrestling champion, huh? All right, you're signed up. Next, please. What's your name? Wait, did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though?
I have to ask. Aren't you the Oh, it's really
the one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get his autograph later.
I trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the... Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most...
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make... So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osail, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, put that down. And also, defeated the Fatui Harbor...
Whoa!
Might as well declare him the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Right, your registration is complete. A great hero such as yourself can surely only...
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised that...
There's another prize, too?
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere?
I see. So, I take it you discussed... Well, I'm sure a great hero has an important reason for being here. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave you to your preparation.
Hey, so... Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearer. Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that... So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities. In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty. All right, it's...
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please...
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beta.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally dominated that.
Impressive. but I also observed our favorite exercise some
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the so come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate?
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase. You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but, you know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was and since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figured for one thing, so I'm putting you straight through to the semifinal.
Huh? But we only just started the qualifying.
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinal.
To be
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there, I want to know who they are. We're finally here, folks. The real show is...
The captain seems to have high hope. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not very well. Show me that you are ready to push through.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed...
I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest...
Relax. My guy's at the top of his game. He ain't gonna...
Okay, follow me.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
Fury! How's this? What? You're pretty good.
I'm sweating all over. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best.
Right! For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough. But mine? I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the god.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that map?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the pleasure of experiencing defeat.
Wow! Now that's true strength talking.
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me.
By the way, do you know who else?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But so don't get too...
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent.
Ah, it's you! I myself was eliminated in the 3rd round.
Maybe next time, huh?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. I faltered for but a brief moment. But given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent, still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the... His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, why didn't you dodge? But why don't you dodge, they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time... I don't dare tell my master about this. Otherwise I'd never... Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sort.
Oh, all right then.
Thanks, I'll do...
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
You gave an outstanding I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind. But you were quick to adapt, and managed to claim victory over your opponent. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet.
He's right. But in my case, I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round.
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who's...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring a... I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. But I myself have witnessed reputable fighters. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's...
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rule?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know your enemy. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feats require more than just bravery.
You betcha! Wait a second.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you elude me still. Come with me. Some post-match entertainment is in order. Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of them. You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element, but multiple.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say, it would cost... If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your... When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear it is things of this nature that I also hear from within you.
As crazy as all that sounds,
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some mysterious...
Hey, stop evaluating us based on...
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy?
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just told him whatever came. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. So, honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. Now then.
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate. Outlines your fate. Let's light it up!
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect, please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity. The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own?
I desire to know what meaning and what influences the god's decision to grant. My apologies. You must be completely in the dark for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer any questions you may have. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Sometime in the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something.
She sounds less like an archon.
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma...
Sounds a lot like something that God...
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to the time.
Oh, right! We got so distracted
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can... Very well. Let's go. I wish to...
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, we've reached the climax of the CRUX clash! We've seen many exciting battles today, and now at long last, Now I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though he strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face. And
wow! I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed his thrilling match in the semifinals. But today's final round will surely take things. As for our other combatant, he still hasn't arrived. Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like it. Apologies! Everyone just sit tight. We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone them.
Wait a moment. Something doesn't... Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it?
We don't know when it was taken I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross...
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's... The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look at...
Well, if you insist. I'll leave the matter to you then. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an...
Come with me. I can sense...
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see, shortly.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Off we go!
Let's light it up! Adventure time!
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Let's light it up! No, my sword! Ring cutter!
Freeze!
That was brutal. Free Hunter.
Let's light it up!
I got careless.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and—
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision! Or, if I could activate this one,
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting and In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire.
Fine! Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent!
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But after watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision, so since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you after all I went through to get it? I think not. Really? Fine. But you'd better mean it.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the...
Huh? You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged... It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your...
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that far, do we?
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight. No, no. Do what you want, but please, don't...
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Put down the vision and leave.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for... It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable, and fits the way of the samurai.
No need for that. Thank you for releasing me. You...
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it. Were you just...
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it may be an opportunity for him to awaken the vision, but unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes, I wanted to know whether it were possible for an extinguished vision. From the moment he stole the vision, I decided to use him for this experiment. I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is impossible. Come, why don't you give it a try?
The vision didn't seem to respond at all.
I see. So you are also unable to No matter. This was expected.
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way.
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we returned. Allow me to gather the wind for us once more.
Huh? Did Beta leave already?
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ning. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time. Captain Beto was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the...
It's not unusual for those two to be...
But still, Captain Beto was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the fight. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus, in which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but now...
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved. Now, let me go prepare the champion's medal to award you.
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beto is no longer present here, I'll be sure she receives... But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close the nation.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her mind?
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise. Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue.
Paimon believes you'll find a way.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your...
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
Seems Beidou is the captain of her word.
Of course! There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose congratulations are in order. Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, each step you take is another achievement. Until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh, it's kinda hard to say goodbye now.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See? There's no need to get all sappy now.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message, I'll be heading back. The ship is currently anchored off of Guyun Stone.
Okay, thanks for coming all this way to let...
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard the Alcor.
Should I
Recording Pyro.